today on a Wednesday. Damon Hack alongside Eamon Lynch, Golf Week magazine. I'm calling this major the blank slate major. We don't know what to expect. Coming off the Masters, we knew the shots, Tiger, Jack, Jordan Spieth through the years, Ben Crenshaw, even Mission Hills. We knew Brittany Lincecum and those Eagles. We don't really know what to expect at the club at Carlton Woods.
In any respect, because we don't even know who's coming in hot anymore. We talked a lot yesterday about the LPGA schedules kind of been hopscotching around the globe with long breaks in there as well. No one's had a chance really to build momentum. There's no Mo heading into Houston at all now. It really feels as though the season's getting underway. Just feels kind of odd that it's getting underway with one of the biggest tournaments of the year.
I agree. A bit of a herky-jerky start to the LPGA schedule, but hearing about the rain in Texas, I tell you what, I'm starting to think about a long hitter. I'm thinking about Kupcho. I'm thinking about Lexi. I'm thinking about UCLA's own Patty Tavatanakit. I'm thinking about players who can move it and carry it, especially if the grounds are a little bit soft.
Kupcho hasn't had a top 10 since a win last summer. Lexi can't putt under pressure.
Okay, well,
Nelly Korda is the one, I think. Nelly's not going to have a problem in Houston. There's your headline for next
I like that. How about Judy Rankin saying, you know, how about getting both Kordas together hot on the same weekend? Can you imagine if we've got these two, you know, daughters of professional athletic royalty chasing major championship glory in Texas? That would bring a lot of eyeballs to the television set.
It really would, and you know we're desperate for a rivalry in this game, so why not let it be the Korda sisters right here?
Love to see it happen.
We really would. Well, this week marks the first major of 2023 on the LPGA Tour. It's the Chevron Championship. Makes its Texas debut for the very first time after leaving Mission Hills. You can catch live first-round coverage Thursday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, right here on Golf Channel. And here's what you need to know about the Chevron Championship. It's been played at the club at Carlton Woods in the Woodlands, Texas, for the first time after a half-century run at Mission Hills. $5.1 million purse, 132 players in the field, and the defending champion, Jennifer Kupcho.
Eamon, we got some great tee times this week. Got Lydia joining Lexi Thompson and Charlie Hull, 9:21 a.m. Eastern Time off the 10th tee. About the defending champ, Jennifer Kupcho, in the afternoon alongside the UCLA Bruin Patty Tavatanakit, who won the Chevron back in 2021, and Jin-Young Ko, who won the Chevron in 2019. By the way, Jin-Young Ko will join us in the next hour. Now, back in 2016, Lydia Ko was world #1 then as well. She took home the title, and the Chevron was her second major, became the youngest player in the history of the LPGA Tour with 2 majors, and the youngest 2-time major winner, male or female, since young Tom Morris back in 1869. I tell you what, her bio features a ton of hardware, 19 wins, including 3 last season. She has a couple of majors, twice Player of the Year, thrice winner of the race to the CME Globe, silver medal, bronze medal. It has been a very special career. And for more on the first major championship on the LPGA Tour, let's say good afternoon to Amy Rogers. Hey, Amy.
Hey there, Damon. Well, having a chance to win a major is in and of itself an incredible opportunity. But for Lydia Ko coming here this weekend, should she win, she would not only capture her 3rd major title, but she would also earn the last 2 points that she needs to qualify for the LPGA Tour Hall of Fame. Ko picked up 3 points at the season-ending Group Tour Championship, the CME Group Tour Championship in Naples. She got a point for that win. She also got a point for earning the Rolex Player of the Year and another point for taking home the Bear Trophy for the lowest scoring average of the season. So Ko comes in to this event with 25 points. She just needs 27 points in order to qualify. So if she were to get a win here, as I mentioned, she would get those final 2 points she needs. But Ko says it's something she's not even going to be thinking about this weekend.
Honestly, I just want to, have a good week this week. The Hall of Fame and everything, yeah, I'm 2 points away, but and I'm 1 tournament away technically to being able to do that, but I could also be who knows. It is definitely a big goal of mine to be in the Hall of Fame, but I don't think that's my end goal or something that I'm just going to keep chasing towards, because I'm just trying to play the best golf I can. And if I put myself in contention and just keep giving myself opportunities, I feel like they're all going to come naturally. I'm sure as much as I want it, the rest of the 130 31 other players also want the win as much as I do. So it's like, even though people, like, there might be like different things at stake for each player, I think it's meaning for every single one of them in their own different ways. So yeah, I mean, it'd be pretty cool to get it done in the first major of the year and, you know, be in the Hall of Fame. But, you know, that's not what's like important to me. For me is I just want to have a good week and put myself in position. And if I have a chance at it and be the one that's holding the trophy at the end of the week, that's pretty awesome. But I don't think that's going to be like my driving force going to any of these events this year.
Now, if Ko were to win the Chevron Championship here on Sunday, it would be the second time that she's won this major, having also won back in 2016. And as I mentioned, that win would earn her those final 2 points that she would get for winning a major and get her into the LPGA Tour Hall of Fame. And in doing so, would become the youngest player ever to qualify at the age of 25. Inbee Park currently holds the record at the age of 27. She qualified back in 2016.